The Skateboard Watchtower movie review is brought to you by
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, children better hide, because this is
the Skateboard Watchtower movie review.
And what are we reviewing this time?
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
A bigger boat. We're gonna need bigger something because we're going back to the very first Jaws. That's right, Jaws. And this is the first Jaws, and I understand they're coming out with the new Jaws.
Hopefully.
We'll see on that one. But I gotta say, the first Jaws, here it is. Jaws.
Yes, I'm a Jaws fan, huge Jaws fan.
Alright, I gotta say, man, I went back and watched this again. It's not one of my favorite movies, but it is a movie that I like.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, there's some stuff in there where I like to smack that mirror around a couple times. I mean, just for,
well, I mean, you're meant to. You're meant to. Not,
it does draw you into the emotional side of things.
Well, you're meant to. You know, you got to understand that this is a town that's basically it lives off summer dollars.
Money, yeah.
Summer dollars. They need summer visitors so they can get summer dollars so they can make it through the winter. And you get the feeling of we can't shut these beaches down. But then this sheriff he is afraid of water, and that's amazing. I mean, and I love how what is it? Somebody pay a guy like you to look at fish all day. Well, then why is a sheriff who's afraid of water a sheriff of an island? That makes a lot of sense. I mean, and you kind of have to understand, also the production of this film was fraught with problems.
Oh yeah, it had a lot of problems. I mean, it's like it's plagued from the beginning, but I mean that thing.
Well, first of all,
But before we go there, because I mean, what was the name of that island?
Amity.
What was the name of the movie that came out that was haunted by
Amityville Horror.
They just put. I mean, is it a coincidence?
Maybe not.
It's just,
We are two minds of the subject. But anyway.
All right, so production.
The production of this film was literally fraught with problems. I mean, right down from there was several directors before Spielberg, and there was even one director who stated, we're going to have the whale come up and crack a butt, and then, no. He can distinguish between a shark and a whale. But when Steven Spielberg went into this, they got the right director. I believe they did. It was one of his greatest films. But then they shot on the real ocean. They didn't shoot in a tank somewhere. They actually built a mechanical shark
Mechanical shark had problems so much.
Well, they started they tried to do it electrically. Yeah.
Let's don't get into all the stuff on it. So,
but it is one of those films you watch it and it's an adventure.
It is an adventure, but here's the thing about it. I mean, it comes down to three guys. All three different personalities.
Right.
And
even in the book,
you got to love all three of these guys because they're wanting the same thing, but they want to go about it a different way.
Right, and you get it because you've got the sheriff who's just trying to protect the town. That's his biggest concern.
And his kids.
And that's the thing. When the shark tried to mess with his, in the water, that was like That sent him over the edge.
Forget that fear of the water, buddy.
Like he went out on this boat himself. So I mean, and then you've got Hooper, he's on both sides. He knows that this is an animal. This is what it does. You can't really blame it, but at the same time, it's dangerous, and he wants to kill it all.
But let's go because he's the oceanographer. He knows about these things, but he can't get people to understand. He's trying to tell them, you don't understand
the danger
of this shark, and everybody's like they blow him off. You know, it's like well,
like he literally walks up and says, they swim, they eat, they make baby sharks. That's all.
And they enjoy what they do when they eat.
Exactly. And then you got Quint, the great Robert Shaw, who, I mean, just to hear him speak, you can't take your eyes off this guy on the screen. And his backstory of, he was on the Indianapolis, and so this man knows what it's like to be in the water with a shark. He knows what it's like to fear that thing underneath the waves. So you get these three personalities.
All right, let's go. I want to go just throw something in. He told him that he would track it down and kill it.
Right.
Okay. Now, what do you think would happen if he went and took it on alone by himself? Just a theoretical. Knowing what he does, because he's a shark slayer. So knowing what he does, if he did it by himself, do you think the outcome would have been different or would it have been the same? Don't give it away. Just different or the same?
I think I'm gonna give it some odds instead of just giving some answers. Okay, be better.
We know what happens. If you haven't seen it,
40%.
If you haven't seen it, go to the Game Store and More, Marion, North Carolina, and grab you a copy of it.
But I'm gonna give you 40% on it would be different. 60% it'd be the same. Because you kind of have to vary the fact that he did kind of do it his own way in the beginning. Because he told him, he said, "This is my boat, my charter. We do it my way." But
he had the resistance. Now my thing is, what happens if the resistance wasn't there? If they would have done exactly as he said when he said it, would the outcome been?
Like I said, there's that 40%.
It's a 50-50. I'm gonna say 50-50 because it could have went either way.
Yeah, it could win either way. But
my thing is, if all of them got together and was in unison instead of fighting each other, because I mean, Shaw's scared of Quint. I mean, he was on the sheriff and chum the water. Why I got chum?
Hooper drives the boat, Chief.
You chum the water.
Come in here and chum some.
So I mean, so it's like,
but also,
there was a revenge thing for.
But then, as you see them and they're on the boat together, they begin to bond. They begin to come together. That one scene, you just kind of fall in love with these guys. As far as just you want these guys to survive through the end of this film, and also you got to take into consideration. This is not some made-up beast. This is not some creature from the id. There are real great whites that are about that big in the ocean. And don't think that they can't do what this shark does.
They're huge, yeah. So, Jaws. This is the first Jaws, and they're working on what number now?
5.
Supposed to be working on number 5. And the returning one member, from my understanding, is going to be the one that's supposed to return from, if it happens.
Richard Dreyfuss is supposed to return.
Dreyfuss, who played as
Hooper. And I loved his role. I loved his role as Hooper.
But we do know that the other two won't be able to be.
Well, one. Yeah.
But we know that the sheriff actually passed away, the actor.
Yeah. And he was in another film that we dearly love.
Unless they bring in somebody to play his part.
No. In the actual Jaws lore, he actually died of a heart attack in later ones.
So there you go. So all right. So we got and the thing about this is, man, this is a movie that actually put so much fear into people they would not go swimming.
It didn't really scare me away from the ocean.
And I mean, it was like the radio show back in
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds, where people started hearing things.
Oh, you started hearing everything under the sun.
So this is the to me, you could pretty much compare this to that, because this actually.
And also, there's a lot of people and filmmakers and everybody, and I will even say this: it's basically Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Because I mean, the girl she swam, and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean, you kind of have to kind of like, okay. All
It's
right.
a different creature from a different lagoon. So.
Well, this is a real creature. This is a real creature. So,
but yeah, so
and I mean,
so
great. And I also want to add, this film is one of those films that made me want to become a filmmaker. From that standpoint of Spielberg had to use everything out of his hat to put this together. Every bit of ingenuity, workmanship, craftsmanship.
Well, it's not just, I mean, remember, we make movies.
Mm-hmm.
Things don't go the way you're supposed to. You got to
adapt
improvise quickly.
Yeah, I have, and I know,
so
I mean, I have on my films very quickly.
So it's something that you have to learn to do, and he did it, and this is the outcome of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, then he goes to do E.T.
Close Encounters, Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. So everything, I mean, so it's like everything's a stepping stone for work to get him to.
Yeah, and I mean, this broke him out. Just broke him out.
So, all right. 1 to 5 stars for entertainment goes to me, to them. What you giving it? You giving it 5, man. So he's giving it a snap, crackle, pop, 5. Okay, my bad. 5. He's gonna give me a 5 for myself.
Yeah.
5. I'll give it a 5 too.
Accuracy.
And as far as accuracy goes,
It could happen.
it could happen.
Honestly, all honesty, it could happen.
And we know that it does happen. We actually know for a fact that bull sharks goes up
And
rivers.
actually, the
Anytime people
1917 issue, in New Jersey,
So
there was no
I'm
shark
gonna say
attacks, so
it can happen.
Yeah.
And things like that do happen. So as far as actually, I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I mean, it's not too uncommon. I mean,
You just like the movie. You just want to give it good ratings. I know. So, all right. 1 to
Popcorn.
10 for popcorn value.
10.
I'm gonna give 10. So that's a popcorn value of. Hey.
So I mean, that's good. I mean, it does. I mean, and that's the thing. When this film came out, people were scared. They laughed. They cried. I mean, it was all.
Don't. Jaws. And this isn't the Jaws of life. This is the Jaws of death.
Well,
Jaws! Go watch it. Go pick it up. See who you want to be. The sheriff,
and
the oceanographer,
straight up.
or Quince.
And straight up, you can even go on YouTube and look up the old advertisements. They had little shark advertisements that were literally so creepy.
Baby shark.
Actually, no. Like literally, just the advertisements for this were freaky.
Baby shark. Mama shark.
Daddy
shark.
Uh-huh.
What is that again? This is Jaws. All right. Thank you for watching. For myself, Del McCoy, and the Revenator.
Love, peace, and chicken
What's your
grease.
name, dude?
You said the Revenator.
Yeah,
don't
you
call me
gotta
that,
say
it's
your
fine.
own word, man. Nick Rivers. Love, peace, and chicken
Chicken
grease.
grease.
We're out of here. Whoop, whoop.
Waka waka.
Nah.